You know what? I admire that more than anything, though.
Yeah, it's true. You're sticking to his guns. Right. paiN are now heading into the lobby straight away. We're finally into the pistol round, and paiN going to be going over towards ramp room. It's NQZ straight away into a fight against Major, who's doing his best with his USP, but there's too many targets around that corner, so he decides he doesn't want to get involved.
Yeah, he knows his teammates have already rotated down, so the defense begins over towards control side. Only one player jumping into the window, though. No chance for a trade. They do open the doors on it, but you never cleared Zantares, who's now dispatched the bomb carrier, traded yet again, but all this delay has allowed paiN to arrive. Aurora, Soulfly. Those are some lovely little taps to close out the round.
Yeah, nice and clean on that, wasn't it? Zantares didn't look like he was under too much pressure at all. Exactly. So, for me, the best chance for Aurora to do something is always at the start of the year. So, I'm hoping they could have a good run here in Cluj-Napoca.
Okay, when does the start of the year end? When is this magical...
This event, you know, once every major TO has had their event, Jason.
Okay, so PGL, Blast, ESL.
Yeah.
Okay, one for each, and then the start of the year is over. So this is the last event, really, apparently, to the Dinko science that Aurora has a chance. Kind of.
No, best chance, Jason.
Best chance. Okay, Major's got the opening kills on Taras, follow up through the smoke. Great chance presented by those 2 kills.
Yes. So far, so good here for Aurora. And if you're paiN, you've won only 3 rounds in the last, what?
2 maps.
24 hours. So... No, they obviously won the Nuke game, but you know it's still feeling so rough.
Yeah, it's been a while since you felt some success inside the server for sure. Well, Imperia's got a little bit of a leg towards the lower bomb, so it would be cool if he could create something for the team. No one else following him up. NQZ does have the bomb back towards like trophy room right now, working his way towards ramp, but eventually everyone's gonna get found out. NQZ kill. He's got his teammate already setting up a foundation inside the B bomb site, so he'll commit himself to the plant, and we've got a 4-on-2 retake for Aurora.
I'm just staying composed, realizing they've got all the advantages on their side.
Bait Major.
Send out the low HP player, get the information. Just taking their time here, Aurora. Really setting up for it. Now he's going to give a chance here to NQZ, who flicks back really well out towards the window. So now all of a sudden it's just Imperia up on the rafters, and there he is now. Zantares needs the kill, and he's got it. Running it down, picking up the kit, trying to find the bomb, though. That is the issue. Has that cost Zantares the round? He's come close to this defuse. He's going to hold it, and oh my god, he's missed out on it. Can't find the bomb. Imperia with the clutch, and paiN just about getting away with that one.
Oh man, having to pick up the kid just ruins everything. Smile on VSM's face. So Imperia, we get himself a clutch, a technical clutch, we'll call it. Gets the 1 kill. Zantares tucks himself in towards Mini. 2 players in the upper bomb site, and you have Major kind of prowling up and down.
Oh, good reaction. Woxic protecting his teammate. As Snow tried to get through the start of that smoke. He's about to get that opening kill as well there for paiN. If it wasn't for that, now Zantares can fight on.
Now you got him an AK-47 as well. His bread and butter.
It's working out so far for Aurora here in this round at 5v3. And there's no real potential for paiN to get that bomb down to his site. They've got to fight their way forward, and that is a good shot from Imperia.
Yeah.
That's Woxic peeking in, thinking he was going to get a chance at that AWP, and ends up going down. So that puts pressure on Madru. The only way paiN win this round is if they somehow get through Madru here without a kill going against them, and that is exactly what has happened. So from a 5v3 to a 3v3, Wakadia has to save the day.
But Wakadia's in such a good position. He should be able to handle this without too many problems. I don't think they're going to clear this. He's got the warning system of Zantares protecting his back as well. There's the kill onto NQZ with the AWP. That's also the bomb on the ground, so now must be recovered. 3-on-2 in the favor of Aurora.
Yeah, VSM dropping down, picking the bomb up. Here comes the push out through the decon smoke, but that's going to be Imperia getting that kill. VSM committing again. Denied. No time for the bomb plant whatsoever, so it comes down to kills as Zantares running away. But a 5v3 falls to a 1v1 in terms of players surviving.
Really nice shooting from Imperia so far today. Oh, okay. We're going to pick up the pace. We're going to try and be disruptive. Aurora pushing in for a lobby crunch with low economy.
Great position to hold, but then he had to turn away from the flash. Ends up getting peeked in that time. Imperia is going to walk away with a kill. Zantares had to hunt down the trade. And Badger now picking up NQZ. Snow's play does not work out upon the A play, so it puts Imperia in a situation where he must clutch up 1v3. Now there's plenty of time on the clock. And he's had 3 kills so far.
He's fragging, though. He's sharp right now. He's hitting some domes, so let's see what his game sense looks like. He's not being too shy about showing and giving the indication he's coming out to pick up the bomb. Utility out into the sky. He's got to find 2.
Well, one of them low on 45. Zantares pretty low too, and Matcher's gone, and so damn close to that. You can see Imperia leaning back at his chair, so frustrated he wasn't able to pull that off because he was so close to the ace. Bring a 3rd player back in defense of this A bomb site. They're ready for a heaven play. You got 2 little Velociraptors and the MP9s down here.
That's true, yeah, they do. And there's not a lot of utility. There is a Molotov. That's all that is kind of here. So that utility is going to be spent down low to try and make this into a fake, but Aurora know exactly what's coming.
Yeah, over the top they go. It's going to be the first kill of the MP9 and the 3? What? How is Soulfly get away with all 3 kills there in that engagement? NQZ going to be running him down. Soulfly looking for even more, but he steps into the open, exposes himself to VSM, and all of a sudden, it's Wakadia left alone. Denies the bomb plant. Now you've got to come to it, and you haven't got time to win the round. So Wakadia has just picked it up by stealing away that bomb plant at the final few seconds. It's Aurora getting the lead, but these rounds, they're not pushed up. This is a play loves to make. Only be able to come out on top of it.
He's got enough distraction behind this play, right? Breaking the smokes, turn the corner. Seemed like he was looking for it, Snow, but Zantares a little bit fast to the trigger. Over towards ramp room, where again, it's a very weakened defense because they had so many players outside. MOUZ playing it very passively on the ramp. Walks it, gonna come to the speak again. He got deleted last time, not this one.
Yeah, gets revenge this time, exactly on Imperia as well. Imagine now stepping up to have a little bit of a look down into the radio room. Ooh, not too far off there, Woxic. But stronghold so far from Aurora. This could be one of the better finishes.
This feels like the round that gets him out of this pressure situation,
yeah, exactly.
you know? Yeah, because they're playing it so smart as well in the 5-on-3. Look at the way everyone's backed off. Like, we'll just shave off one more player every time you want to move into a new spot to attack a bomb site. We'll continue towards ramp rooms. Zantares,
oh yeah,
nice and easy.
Nice, easy headshot goes back again. Great angles. Selecting a better spot each and every time to continue that funnel of death towards him.
Love to get him an AK-47 back, considering what he just delivered for you.
Yeah, exactly. Get that AK if you can, but not looking too easy for them right now to find one.
I bet paiN sat there and just like, oh, that's Zantares. You hear the CTAK and you know exactly who it is.
And you don't want to have to go up against him. So this is, yeah, one of those scenarios.
Whoa, okay, he's in trouble now.
Yeah, they put the pressure on him with an 8. He actually wasn't accurate on that first shot, and so yeah, they run him over the top. And that just ends up being quite the entry there for the Tech-9. As NQZ gets a 2nd kill from his Tech-9. BTarena's now got the AK.
Always.
And yeah, well, Aurora have lost that round very quickly. 4 players stay up for paiN.
Oh my lord, how did he get caught so hardcore? I guess he missed on the first spot when they kind of swung wide. I thought he saw him, he went back for a second one, so just really missed the timing. I don't know if that would have changed anything at the end of the day, but certainly NQZ getting 2 kills in vents is kind of like a round ender.
Oh, it's more easy there for Wakadia to come out on top of BTarena. So the opening kill falls in favor of Aurora. Good chance to get further damage here from Wakadia as well, because the low HP of Imperia was trying something very tricksy for the start of that smoke, and too much risk involved in the play. They've lost 2 players immediately, and it looks like paiN have already lost their chance to keep this a tight game at the end of the half. Aurora with a very comfortable start here. But, you know, we've seen 5v3s get a little hairy.
Yeah, but they should be able, even with weaker weapons, you should be able to play this intelligently enough, right? You already have 1 player downstairs. MOUZ is going to be playing control side with an MP9, so he's just there to kind of maintain control of the windows as best he can. Delay, keep information as well, call out timings. Good kill from NQZ to thin this out just a little bit now into a 3 versus 4. And Major's in trouble. Now the break of the window is going to let him know what's happening.
You know what? Major going up into the fight. VSM will be dropped, but the trade is in from Snow. Another rotation of Raho's, both Aurora players able to get out of the vent this time.
Well, the attack came from ramp room this time, so I nobody lurking inside those vents. Smoke does not get broken open. The spam through reveals a little bit of information, but it's false information as Snow slides in behind it now. 3-on-2, but a much trickier retake than it looked like a second ago.
Yeah, especially now that Zantares has gone down towards ramp. It's starting to feel very uncomfortable for Aurora here. This is such an important fight. Snow first headshot is perfect, and now you've got Soulfly having to walk out into a scope waiting for him, but it's a missed shot. NQZ descends down into the site, the rifle running him down. NQZ playing with his foot, and he runs out of bullets. Soulfly concedes, and paiN Gaming somehow flip a 3 versus 5 back into a round victory.
I'll tell you what, if we were looking for a paiN upset today, they're getting everything they could possibly want going in their favor. Couple of blown rotations through the vents throughout this half for Aurora. paiN fighting really well to keep this within their grasp. 6-5 in the favor of Aurora, but once again, a busted low economy buy with MP9s.
Well, Zantares, it just feels like is walking to his death, and that is exactly what happens. Just walks right into the AK. Zantares' life gone. And that tie game is right on the table again. This time it's a 5v3 in favor of paiN. Just the better weapons coming out on top, and paiN going to be very happy about this half.
Yeah, I'm happy. Got a couple things. 15 kills on Imperia so far, T-side Nuke. That's excellent. 15 kills on NQZ, been really impactful. Make it 16 for the rookie. Well done. paiN fight back in a half coming into this where it felt like Aurora could just blitz them. 6-6. Second half pistol is live. Dualies on Snow, dualies on NQZ. And we're doing a ramp rush into a ramp stack.
Yep, it's looking perfect, isn't it, here for paiN? They've got everybody in the right spot, and the Joker Runners unleash a death upon Aurora as they get stuck in the ramp room. It's Wakadia on low HP. If he had a little bit higher health, you might consider a clutch here, but Imperia's position, very strong here. Wakadia is going to cross over. Imperia's locked him in, and there's the kill. So, no problem whatsoever here, as paiN will take the piss around. They have the perfect setup to deal with Aurora's play towards ramp. Tough situations, 3v5s and clutches. And
we had to grind it out with that economic battle, didn't you, for
exactly
5 rounds in a row. So that was cool to see them stick in the fight in that fashion for sure. I'd love to see them close this out and then get that test of their map pool once again. DSM over the top, spots one, willing to fight. With the FAMAS goes down. 2 players extremely low. NQZ under scrutiny. He's traded off as well. Imperia now running out of bullets, and the Glocks are overwhelming the rifles. Well, this gets weird.
I don't even know what to say. I'm just kind of sitting there, and I'm like, about 20 seconds ago, I was like, there's surely no way the Glocks find a way to win this round, and I'm just sitting here watching it happen. I'm so stunned, I almost forgot what I was here to do.
Yeah, you actually were supposed to be casting.
Yeah, that's just insane. Well, let's see if they actually win the round now. They're running down lower, and we've now got PVISION winning up at the control room. It's going to be Zantares going down. At least they carve one extra player out. A tap of the plant, not a commitment. As they pause, they've got some util picked up along the way, and a good kill here from PVISION, and finally closed out. Okay, well...
You can always trust the weird SVU model to save the day.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Looks like Aurora just wants to hit an upper bomb site right out of spawn. They've just called it. Everyone get in lobby. I guess the question is, are they going to double pump? Are they going to draw out some utility first before at full-blown executing? How do they want to work this? Nope, they're just going to go with the first salvo. Here we are. Soulfly opening kill, finds the follow-up. NQC, you have that up, my man, but you're so blind and you're inside the smoke, and yeah, how are you going to do anything there?
Yeah, you just have to feel it, you know, in that moment. Go for the no-scope, maybe unlock some, like, John Wick-style play going on. Yeah.
That's a very fast hit from Aurora off the rip of utility, but also paiN just seemingly unprepared for the floodgates opening. Again, just like Aurora's getting crossing to secret without any real resistance. And once again, paiN have to shift 2 players down here. Now, last time they did this with the MP9s, nobody was home, nobody attacked into this. Now they're going to get that attention. Zantares given a jiggle. Imperia doesn't want the fight. Good pop-up from BSM. Traded immediately. Lovely shot from the AK-47. And it looks like MOUZ and Aurora, they're happy with that piece of production. Now paiN has to consider the lower bomb site is about to be executed on with only Imperia to defend against it, but Aurora's going elsewhere. Back to the upper bomb site we go, and maybe NQZ can spot this out.
Well, MOUZ and Wakadia coming in with a couple of quick kills here for Aurora. In 3v2, it's still doable. NQZ, though, put under pressure, forcing him to the open. Woxic will punish. He actually got that kill from the grenade, so at least something going NQZ's way. Puts Imperia in a clutch situation. He has such a good first half, but that's a little taste of the performance here in the second. Woxic turned around, just no-scoping him. So this is class. Anyways, you know, impassioned are Aurora always, even in games like this. We got NQZ pushing up. He's got his teammate beside him. Can they find some success in the WP? And once his teammate is just melted by Xantares' AK, NQZ has nothing to do with it. He lets the rest of the push go against Aurora instead. So Snow goes forward, Xantares will fall. And a one and done for Xantares. He's not going to be too happy about that.
Yeah, but look at MOUZ outside with that kind of aggression through Squeak Door. I thought he was going to actually cross all the way towards Secret, but he was taking the space, and oh, he's going to take a risk. I think it's going to pay off as well. Nobody's home in main, but he's grabbed from behind. That's Snow peeking from credit, so they drop down vents. Try and get in this lower bomb site, but the op is here as well on NQZ.
NQZ round the back. There's the kill on Soulfly. And now Woxic and Wakati are trying to win this one alone. They've just got under a minute left. Is that bomb plant trying to be secured here? But it's just not going to happen. It's going to be NQZ and BTarena coming in with the final 2 kills easily. Yeah, no AWP here for Woxic, despite having the money for it.
They're just going back to the upper exact. That was so perfect. Remember the first time they ran this, they didn't even take any damage in the round victory. See what paiN can defend against this time. Snow playing behind the smoke.
Yeah, Furia just a little bit off to the angle, but it's Soulfly going out. Woxic has killed his own teammate with the Molotov. BTarena on the double kill, holding on, and it worked out perfectly earlier. It is a disaster this time.
Okay, paiN's like, you're only getting that once. It's not going to be that easy again. This time, really well done. Molotov in front of the hut, so Soulfly comes out, goes 1 for 1 inside the flames. They could never find Snow. Playing in front of Squeaky Door behind that smoke.
And the outside smoke deployed straight away. See who decides to play with. You got Woxic running outside, trying to get a chance for the opening kill. Hearing over the top of the smoke, and then just gets spammed down by Snow.
Oh no!
Oh, the frustration will start mounting now for Aurora with these kind of losses.
Break of the smoke. Snow sees no one crossing towards top secret, and coming back in towards lobby, which hasn't been held by Aurora. They're going to have to be slow and cautious, clearing all these aggressive angles, so more seconds going to be burned off the clock.
Well, a good trade from Major at least, pulling one of those back on Snow. 35 seconds, though. That's the big problem here.
Yeah, well, I think Major's going to throw a fake, some utility towards that upper bomb site when his team is ready to move in towards ramp room. The big test is going to be NQZ's AWP.
NQZ holding, and the swings there. It's actually collateral, but not enough damage to bring down Major either, so they're going to start jumping on through, and NQZ misses the cap there, so Magic's going to come back and finish him off. NQZ steps forward, but it's BTarena already rotated down to this B bomb site. 8 seconds, they've got to start planting right now, and here comes Imperia. It's over. They might have just got it by the last tick, and they will just about get that bomb plant, so it comes down to a 1v1. Imperia here at the door. USP pulled. Wakati had nowhere to go, and he couldn't finish him off. Imperia comes out on top of a 1v1. These rounds are scrappy, they're close, they're down to the wire. Oh, it was Snow who got the opening kill outside in the last round. Xantares sending some shots to that smoke, hoping he could find some success. That's not the case. The 5v5 remains as the outside wall erected once again here for Aurora. It's the main fight. Spam's going down. NQZ different position this time inside of ramp, and he's pulled away Soulfly. So an opening kill once again falls in favor of paiN, extended upon by BTarena. A 3v5 to try and recover here for Aurora.
And once again, you're in this 3v5, but look what you have to work with in terms of utility. You got 1 flashbang, so you don't have a Molotov to clear out control side. You don't have a smoke to block off any of the doors, any of the windows. You don't have a nade to flush the opera out into the open who's playing behind Silo at the lower bomb site. You're in a ton of trouble. NQZ's getting at least 1 more, you feel like.
There it is. There's the one. And it's not just at least. He goes ahead and he gets himself that second kill. So we see Arcadia left in an impossible situation here. He's going to be run down in paiN. They're going to be grabbing map point on Nuke. And without that bomb plant, no extra money, things are looking terrible for Aurora going into this next round. paiN have all the chances in the world to close things out here and take their first map of this series.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a really rough final round. Impressive from paiN. Both halves. Aurora at some point grabbed momentum and put on a streak of 4 rounds.
Can't rely upon that. Upper bust round, it fell very short the last time they tried it.
Yeah, got destroyed last time they tried it.
So they come for the outside smoke walk this time, but different variation as they hug that left wall at main. And they're now going to try and fight. It's a good trade at least, but BTarena coming through. NQZ also getting some kill action outside. Imperia at the back of the site, clean up Aurora, and Manager will fall. It will be paiN to take the opening map. Nuke falls in their favor, a 13-10 victory over Aurora. This is looking fantastic for paiN, a much different story than yesterday against the MongolZ. Yes, they won Nuke versus the MongolZ yesterday.
And now going to be defending in this opening half on Anubis, and it's going to be a B hit. Soulfly, you're on your own, my brother.
Well, he's just going to be blinded straight away. The smoke on the cross as they make their way in, and he's going to have to back away. Now look at that. Imperia just chasing after him, pushing through that smoke, bringing some attitude to this pistol round. So at a minimum, paiN have a goodbye going into the next round, but they have all the advantages to try and win out this first round. Imperia's in the cave. Walks it going to pull him back, but BTarena was already forced forward, so was able to get that trade back again and keep paiN ahead. At 4v3, 2 players on the platform, and this has got to be a round that feels like it should fall in favor of paiN, but Antares is the kind of player that can get you back into these rounds for Aurora. 2 kills on the plat, and now it's BTarena, NQZ at range. Major has to come off that defuse into the fight, and he will go down to NQZ. paiN do pick up the pistol round.
Yeah, nice attempt from Zantares and MOUZ right at the end with those dualies from Zantares, getting a double kill to crack things open, but the round too far gone after that. The aggression, and slowly paiN now constricting on this B bomb site.
Major getting close towards the connector smoke, and we've got Snow and Imperia on the other side of it. Major starting to backtrack just as that push comes in. Reacts well enough and gets that pick on Snow. Soulfly dealing with the advanced play of NQZ. And yes, a couple of players have dropped low on health here for Aurora, but comfortably handled as Major goes back in for a second kill. It's now BTarena and VSM in a position where they just can't do anything.
Yeah, he came back for that kill with low HP. Super red, and Major still makes it work. Double kill for him over at E-Box. So BTarena gonna now step up to the plate. You've got VSM coming late. Low HP here. If VSM can get this first kill, Soulfly's low as well. You might be able to topple this defense. BTarena hasn't been able to find anything just yet. And will VSM clear this hard to the left? Not well enough. Big swing, and Lucadia's got the last kill. That's the first round on the board for Aurora, and they do it with 4 players surviving. And I think coming in as such favorites, I think paiN would have, that would have been, kind of an idea that they wanted is make them as uncomfortable as possible. But right now, you haven't been able to do that early on.
Oh, great shot, yep, from Woxic. Good flick down onto Snow. VSM to respond immediately, but the AWP was willing to get aggressive.
Important trade to take that AWP off the map as well. If Woxic disappeared into the smoke, you would have been in some trouble.
Especially with how he's been heating up over the last couple of rounds here. You can see he's really feeling it going for a play like that. So the boost for some info here. He'll climb up into the window and climb up towards the double doors. Now, just on the other side is Antares. It's a strong angle, and he's going to make it work. Now, he gets a little bit uncomfortable knowing a second peek is coming in, so just trying to stay active on his toes, and does get traded regardless. Wakadia has to come in and get a pick out from camera. Minute on the clock.
They're spread, though. They're split. NQZ is down in canals. Imperia kind of working middle, and this timer on the smoke when it fades is going to mean this play is limited. He doesn't want to commit to the A bomb site without his teammates, so he'll fall back, drop out the window, and come into the B bomb site with NQZ, but the safety net is Soulfly. Push through the smoke at A main. I don't think they'll expect him. But actually, with Imperia taking this route, it's all down to timing. And it's in the favor of Soulfly.
NQZ. Oh, immediately taking damage and then finished off by Major. So, yeah, feels like we're really getting into it now for Aurora. This is where things will start to get very difficult for paiN. That was fun. I'm glad we got to follow that smoke. That was a journey that we all went on together.
We'll always have that.
Yeah. Deep smoke out through the bottom of Con. A little bit of a gap here for VSM to, well, not much actually, but he's still going to go through to the side. His teammate joining him for a boost over the top, and Madra still reacting and actually got both kills. So it just gets better for Aurora.
This wily veteran handling the young guys.
Because we had, well, who was 2.0? Cobra yesterday. He was 2.0. Yeah.
Oh, here's that passive defensive middle from the A bomb site. Again, you have Wakadia, but he's actually inside the site, but BTarena not considering any of the attention here. Molotov in, good protocols from Wakadia and Woxic. Now we know where you are. Now we're just going to funnel you in the other direction. Zantares is waiting for you. Oh, this is looking easy.
Very easy. Now with 20 seconds left, we've got NQZ who's just running back around mid, trying to get involved in some fights, and eventually given that opportunity by Wakadia. We want to see some confidence picked up from Aurora after losing Nuke. That's going to be NQZ dropping Wakadia. And now 2 players extremely low here for paiN. Just feels like they're just going to be limping to the death. Smadger then catches BTarena down in the water. And paiN just looked a little bit lost, drifting into the crosshairs here of Aurora.
Now the flank coming in. You're going to get at least one here. Good find.
Oh my gosh, he nearly turned around. Another headshot in as well. So they have fought themselves into a winnable situation. That bomb plant's coming in. And now you've got Magic coming back in with the AWP. And I bet he wishes he had a different gun available right now.
He might have one on the ground when he comes over. Smoke's going to fade.
Oh, Magic. Shot is over the top, and now he can't get away. He can't hide, and VSM comes charging in. So looking good here for paiN. They break into the B bomb site. Not a single kill goes against them. Sure, they sustain some heavy looks, but that bomb plant is in, and they really shouldn't be letting this go. At least one kill being pulled back here by Woxic.
Yeah, they're going to hear the footsteps, though, as he rotates back towards middle. Wakadia is going to come in for the follow-up flank, but Zantares needs to get involved in the action. A lot of the timer of this bomb already chewed off. And there goes Woxic down in canals, and that might be the end of this retake.
And really, before it started,
with the money, you're going to go.
Yeah, give it a go, but walking to the deaths as BTarena just peeks out towards main. Wakadia to go down, and 4 rounds on the T side for paiN.
Yeah, damn, okay. All of a sudden, like, you know, it hasn't looked pretty, but scraping together enough rounds right at the tail end.
Could get 5 as well here.
Yeah, you're on the cards for it. What a nice little uppercut towards the B bomb site. Aurora never saw it coming. They might try it just on the other side of the map, and I think this, more than anything, is just BTarena kind of improvising as he goes with a very thin playbook.
Oh, rushing and putting pressure on Wakadia. He's been good, though, but not this time. He's just absolutely destroyed. Snow just runs right over the top of him. Jinx, indeed. The curse of the caster. We got Woxic, though, off the bricks, builds his team back into this round as Snow topples away. Woxic burning and blind. Is now waiting on the rotation of his teammates. Done a good job of staying alive, but not for long as Imperia pushes underneath his scope. There's a great shot from VSM, and paiN have found some life at the end of the half. They're going to be grabbing 5 rounds out of this T side, and it was looking like a couple of seconds ago. Yeah. But this is going to be a 10-2 scoreline in favor of Aurora. All of a sudden, paiN have 5.
Yeah, it looked like the second half might not even been worth talking about or playing whatsoever, but brought themselves right back into it. Hold the phone, Major making a play, causing a little bit of chaos at the tail end. Drops down, gets another.
This putting the pressure on, but Zantares is now the last remaining player, and there's just no time for it. So he'll go down on the peak. BTarena to remove him. Imperia moving forward. Will end up getting removed, so an opening kill here for Aurora. Very different approach here from Aurora's T-side pistol than what we got to see from paiN in the first half, which was a straight rush into the B side. Well, this one a lot slower, more default spread, and paiN have played themselves, really.
I think this half could actually, I mean, you know, as much as the fun of that second half and the picture we've painted, you know, if you think about how difficult the CT side can be on Anubis and how it kind of motivates CT aggression, if you don't come in with plans for that aggression and organization around that aggression, it just kind of looks like this, where it's like, okay, well, one player pushed canals and died, and then one player kind of pushed A main and died, and now you just have no chance of getting back into the round. So paiN's got to be really careful. This is going to be a very tough half for them, and might just see Aurora run away with it on this T side. If they put the defense in pressure situations and force those decisions out from inexperienced team, three players going to open up at the B bomb site for defense. BTarena in middle. It's VSM to defend as the A bomb site anchor.
Well, a good shot from Imperia at long range, so it does result in an opening kill here for paiN. Reaction is to try and get some further aggression going here at B main, and that's worked out very well. So Snow to topple Madger, and now we're in a 5v3, so this must-win round for paiN. They're off to the races.
Okay, I like that. There we go. There's some of that CT aggression that we knew was going to come in, but it did look a little bit more organized. The peak towards Canals to get one kill, and then him and Snow combine to push and take down Major outside of B main, and now you give yourself a huge advantage. You can back off, play it more passively, which is really nice. This is a round in which paiN is playing with low utility, so during the early stages when utility is up, they've got great results. Still a very deadly trio of players on the Aurora side, though, going to come in, march in. They've got full utility, and Zantar's just going to peek in slowly and quietly, but precisely. And there's Soulfly to add on top, and the bomb site is cracked open.
Palm plant being secured here on default, and it's just wild how Aurora can find their way back into rounds like this. We'll see the retake attempt coming through for paiN. They're going to set themselves up to try and go for this. Just a couple of pieces of utility, and a lost player in BTarena starts to feel like this retake isn't even really worth it, but they're going to have to go.
6-round lead for Aurora.
Right, KZ out of the new window and down onto Woxic. So an opening frag again here from paiN, but the previous round has taught us that might not matter much.
No, Zantar's he's on one right now. I like this play though. Okay, little trickery, little chaos, taking a big risk and looking to get the reward, and I think he might have it. No one's considering this whatsoever. Major is kind of no, he's slowed down. So NQZ is going to go completely unnoticed and might have them lined up.
Well, there's DSM, another frag. So a 5v3 again here for paiN Gaming.
This flank though, this is a bummer. I mean, it's just tracking just slowly behind. Now they come back. NQZ turns. Oh, he's got a chance though. Pistols out. Wakadia got to be aggressive with this op, and you find the kill. Yeah,
switches out to the AK again. So 3v2 this time. The advantage is siding with paiN, but here comes Major straight through in towards Imperia, who's watching from him from connector. That grenade should finish him off. Yep, and bang, right around the back of Major. And we've got Wakadia now 1v3, 45 seconds left. He does have the bomb, and he's going to be making his way through T-spawn.
The hard thing is he's going to get to a certain point and have to walk. Yep, there we go. Knows Imperia likely playing over towards Con still, so the footsteps can be heard. This is going to chew a ton of time off the clock. When he turns the corner, it's going to have to be a bum rush to find this one kill on Imperia, and then hope you can get the plant down afterwards. 20 seconds. As he turns in towards B main.
There's a good shot from Imperia, stopping Wakadia. Now, this is at least a round for paiN Gaming, but we'll see how much they can build off of it. Hey, when you're a new team and you're playing against Aurora on Anubis, I mean, that is...
Yeah, I feel like I can spot you a couple.
Yeah, I feel like the bar is in a fair enough place. Soulfly grabs the opener. Imperia, important quick trade. BTarena, really tough fight coming as well. Zantar has eyes on the prize right now, and they actually reset. They fall back here, paiN, and instead of staying committed to the fight.
Yeah, fair play to BTarena being willing to challenge like that up against Zantares and not give away the fight. You've pushed A main, you've got that information. However, Aurora has... Oh, they're coming right back to Imperia.
Imperia, a chance for a double kill. That would be huge if he's able to get it, and he will. Imperia ravages them outside of B, and drops that bomb to the floor. Now BTarena spawning the connector push, gets absolutely deleted by Zantares, but they still got to go back and get that bomb, so Imperia has a chance. Imperia is looking incredible today. Another kill. This is for the ace. This is for all 5 kills here, Imperia, and he's gone back to the peak. He hasn't been able to connect it straight away here. And the time is limited, and his teammates are swarming around the back. Imperia with the last headshot as well, collects himself the ace. I'll say that's a fantastic round from him. Tough fights as well. He gets that really important trait. He pushes, he takes the question into his own hands. He takes both of these kills. Then immediately changes up his position, makes it unpredictable for Zantares, who comes around for that peak.
Flash Major to challenge Camera just to be a nuisance with the Tech 9. Try and pull some of the defenders away from the B bomb site.
Just making that move now.
See if you can get him to wrap through Temple.
looking down at the other screens, now running in, and it will die, but its presence shown, and that timing as they push forward is perfect from Aurora, breaking into the site. All the kills come flooding in, and that bomb is secured. So we're now looking at Aurora pushing forward to map point. paiN arranging themselves for a retake.
No aggression this round from paiN either. There was no information of what was happening on the map. So, I mean, look at how much time and space Aurora got to set that up, right? You walk in towards middle, no one's done anything. You have freedom to get to camera. Major takes contact as he's stepping, like, basically into the A bomb site. So, paiN gave a lot of respect over. They are coming back for this retake, so hold the phone. Xantara's now alive at the pillar, and he's got the final. NQZ goes down. That's 12.
Yeah, relying on Xantara to grab map points here on Anubis. Must be like a relief, though, for Aurora winning this, getting back into the series. There's Madra with the great kill here on Imperia. Opening frag collected. For a follow-up here, BTarena is expecting the window play. Backs off now. Xantara's actually just jumping out, willing to take that fight.
Yeah, they're just going to try and bully him now, flex a little bit, right? Smoke inside con, so Xantara is going to step in behind it as it's about to fade. Nobody's home. Snow behind the pillar, NQZ on platform. Beat bomb site about to be encroached from both choke points.
There's Xantara's great headshot. Swing out.
Dude.
And they almost lined up.
That's the third time Xantara's has just kind of dry peeked from this position and got
away with it,
yeah, that's it. Like, I think if you're paiN, you're just like, well, we can't stop that. So this is kind of just over.
And it is. It will be a 13-7 win coming in here for Aurora. They're going to get the job done quite handily against paiN here on this map. There was a couple of moments here and there from paiN, the windows of opportunity that weren't quite fully capitalized on, but we knew that was going to be the case. They just don't have the depth on this map yet to be able to compete with Aurora. Tap on the defuse from BTarena. Shot's going to go flying towards him, keeping him off that defuse as the time continues to tick down in favor of Aurora, closing out this map. And we're all tied up, one map apiece. Aurora bounced back on their map selection of Anubis. They can always rely on it, it feels like, to get them a win in the series. We push this one into 3. We'll see if they get a win versus paiN today, as paiN on the T side going to be heading out long.
Heading eventually into the stack where the strength of the defense is. Woxic and Wakadia both doubled up at car. 2 more players to toy with outside the site. Woxic just wants 1. Pull them in, pull them into Wakadia.
Yep. And he can be very effective as well. Woxic doing some work. Finally, he goes down. Now Wakadia, instead of letting them walk on by, just peeks out for the second fight, hoping that they wouldn't be ready for him, because now Xantara's is taking the position that Woxic was once standing in. And they're sending some shots back down long range. So, Xantara's to remove NQZ. And it's just Snow left on low HP with a bomb nowhere near him. So that's Aurora winning the pistol round and only conceding a single player.
Yeah, again, just like 1 based off the call out of spawn as well. Nice positioning, doubled up at car, and that pretty much negates everything that paiN wanted to do just right out of the start. So he's going to be in trouble because it does look like paiN have an idea of a mid to B split or have the potential for it at the moment.
Only going to walk right through those doors. Another smoke for the cross coming this time. And a B split is coming through. Which means Soulfly has pressure on his shoulders, especially with his teammate going down, but Soulfly also hitting the deck to the hand of VSM. So they're into the B bomb site. They're into the round win, because you don't go for this if you're Aurora.
Aurora gave him a lot of space to work with, but Aurora in this round just saying, we also don't want to lose the op, so who the hell cares?
Yeah, Aurora also getting an AK out of it for Xantara's on the CT side is always nice. Woxic getting an extra pick as well. VSM toppling. And Aurora hang on to 3 weapons and get a small upgrade. So, yes, they will concede their first round win, but they find a small victory.
I bet Major says that all the time. I bet he says that every day.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure there's a lot of conversation at times for Aurora. Just, you know, let's not play scared. There's like, you know, we got skill in buckets against a team like paiN, and so far, you know, pulling out the double op setup this early into the game is a luxury that Aurora have, and already finding success with one of them. It's Woxic to come out with the opening kill.
Now you have complete control of long, and it's no longer a danger point for you if you're this Aurora defense. This looks like it'll be a fake. I think we're just going to follow into a mid to B split again with this utility. So Xantara's is pulled and committed to the other side of the map. Missed shot from Wakadia is a problem.
Yeah, flash up into the sky. Wakadia going to backtrack, but his teammate's gone. So all the pressure on Wakadia. The double up setup. Will it deliver? It absolutely will. Wakadia getting exactly what he had hoped for. And he's just got another one in him. Wakadia plays this one perfectly. And NQC will also meet his maker in that AWP. It is fantastic work from Wakadia. Smile on his face, celebration with his team. Walking up through Cap. It's Woxic who is winning out long. And it's all ready to strike. Smoke for the cross at CT. Woxic not gonna have to deal with too much resistance in terms of utility. It's just he can't land the shots right now. Zantares will though. AK coming through. Zantares now under pressure as well, taking damage on board. Woxic overwhelmed. 3 kills coming quickly from those Tech 9s. And Zantares has to be out of commission for a second to reload. But he's done very well. Even though it didn't look clean from Zantares overall, he got 3 kills, but then he gets domed by the Deagle. And all of a sudden, paiN have the player advantage, and Soulfly is tasked with a clutch. Now, he's coming back in through short. There is one player on that lower angle, just out to the right side, but he's kept his head low. And so he's able to cross and get close to the site, but no longer does he have that element of surprise. They know where he is, they know how close he is, and paiN Gaming can settle into this post plant and make sure Soulfly gets nowhere near it. So paiN have a round out of nowhere, and then on the other side of the map, the primary AWPer in the follow-up round misses the easy ones. And that causes so much pressure to be thrown upon the defense. FURIA going for a shot out long. He is going to go down though, as Woxic getting the work done with the rifle.
Oh, there's the rookie mistake. Had the spawn, just take the angle. If you get blinded, take the shot and dip. He wanted to come back for more after not ripping the shot. Takes a death for it and puts his team at a disadvantage. 4 on 5. They've already made their way up short, though, even though they've lost this player out towards long, and it looks like BTarena still wants to just stick around here. Rest of his team just walking contact. They'll hit a timing, and Zantares isn't even close to coming back to check this. Actually, this is actually really scarier for Major and Wakadia. Or Woxic, excuse me. Yep.
Well.
Never at any indication. Never at any information. Nope. Peace.
Another one. Okay, there we go, VSM. That's exactly what he hoped for. Great work and great shots. He can do it with the Tech 9 and the AK. Same result on this A bomb site back-to-back rounds.
Really good job from BTarena sticking around at long just for enough time to keep that defense there for those extra 3 to 5 seconds, allowing his team to get further out before Aurora rotates back.
Really impressive from paiN to stay in it, and actually, hopefully this is the turning point where they start to feel like they can get into this game now. It felt like there was a world in which Aurora were just going to start racking up rounds on the CT side. It should have been a 4-1 lead, but paiN went on Tech 9s. They make the most of their opportunity by following up and converting that chance. So
for Aurora, this whole round is kind of set towards this long stack. They had Woxic at the corner to combine with Zantares and Wakadia, but now that he's fallen back to the A bomb site, now the play is coming into this direction. This is at least where the FAMAS is. So if Zantares can pull attention, Wakadia can do a lot of damage.
Good kill from Zantares. Wakadia stepping up alongside of him as well. Just a couple of frags going against paiN. This is around you. Oh my god, another one. Okay, straight through the wall. This time Zantares picking it up, and yep. The big problem is that's the bomb. And so this was your golden opportunity, paiN, and you've let it slip. So both teams have had one now. Well, they've lost against weaker weapons.
I'm just surprised we didn't see any real challenges anywhere else on the map. Not a whole lot of aggression from paiN whatsoever. You're never going to recover this bomb. There's only 15 seconds left. This round is done. Snow finds a kill. Zantares goes down, but you can't make it to the site in time. So even if you get this, which would be nice, nothing doing for you. And Snow might lose this weapon after the time. Look at Major. Look at Major coming in from behind. Doesn't matter. Soulfly grabs him. Snow goes down. I believe he gets the bonus money.
So what will they do with it? That's the question. Will paiN want to go for an A play or into the B split? And still having a player in the tunnels. Suggest a B split is in the cards. The issue is there's 3 players to the CT side over a B right now. So paiN are about to walk into a heavy defense. Now Zantares is going to be up first. Clean headshot, and I think they start to realize, oh shit. 20 seconds, Zantares is here in the perfect spot, and they got to cut through him still. They got a couple of kills out of this, Soulfly and Wakadia, and then they find Zantares as well. Okay, they've cleared out the B bomb site, but there's 10 seconds left, and the bomb hasn't got into the site, but they will now. How have they got away with that?
That's crazy. Coming out of the B bomb site as well to attack was maybe a misplay. One player coming out of window to help Zantares. Could have been a really strong play inside the site to hold off against it, but Woxic has a chance. 2 HP on VSM.
Well, just right, no chance. How have Aurora lost that round? Like, it was looking so good. They had 3 players on the B bomb site.
Zantares gives you 2 pretty much instantaneous headshots. AK's brought right back out for paiN, and for Aurora, it's back to the Stone Ages. You have the op on WOXIC, which is great. Everyone else has pistols and a couple SMGs.
Well, WOXIC has gone and found the opening frag.
And Snow lined up in upper dark.
And QZ spawning the barrel of WOXIC, who takes a couple of steps back into that smoke, and WOXIC going for the peek out into the open. Unable to connect the shot, unable to take his opportunity, but then the flank comes in. Madras got the kill, Soulfly now holding a B, and this could be another round you just left scratching your head, because paiN have 3 players, they really do nothing in the round, and they walk to their deaths, as Aurora not even getting punished for their previous round failure, and they just bounce right back into it.
Wakadia's opt to defend and Soulfly's AK-47.
Was the break of the smoke.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, and it is that, because now he's under a lot of pressure. He's burning at the back of the platform. He's got to rely on his teammates. Wakadia actually got spammed down, so he's gone. And Soulfly, it's not really going the way he was hoping for. As he goes back through the window, they set him up again. It's not going to be successful for Soulfly, nor Zantares. And we got Madra just waiting. He gets cleared as well, but he actually gets 2 kills out of it and gives WOXIC a chance. Coming to the window, he's got to go for this time. Time is the problem. You got to start planting right now. And the tunnels player can't do much, so WOXIC has won it. Oh, stylish in the 1v2 from WOXIC. The utility about to go through the double doors here. Flash unleashing 3 players, and they'll just have a peek, make sure no one's around the corner taking contact.
Yeah, hoping to catch someone in the open, and if anyone was even in CT spawn listening, that'd be a sound cue. You might be getting the comms out of the CT side of, okay, they're outside double door, watch for a mid to B split. You might be getting an idea into someone's head, but it's a very passive defense at the moment. 1 car, 1 goose, 1 long, and attack into the A-bomb site.
Big Zera staying all the way back. The P2000 going the shots forward. Soulfly and Zantares, couple of kills, and then Wakadia to assist in extending their advantages further. It's about to be a pistol round win, and Aurora heading to a 9-4 scoreline, giving themselves an ideal start here into the start of the second half. But that peak didn't necessarily go the way Aurora would have hoped, so they reset, they pull back, and play a little bit more disciplined, not wanting to let this one slide. And they won't. So the kills come in, Wakadia and Zantares securing them, and they do get that 9th round.
Yeah, it feels like that should be maybe the first kind of, dagger in the back of paiN to end this. Round 16, you do have the op in the hands of VSM as a double op setup, and QZ has one as well.
All right. At least you have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, if nothing else, you got double op setup.
I'm gonna spend this cash before we lose this series.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Die with 0.
Oh, well.
Well, there's certainly 0 kills. I didn't mean 0 kills, but that's what happened. As they run away, Imperia picks up the AWP. He'll have that and have a go with it. Now, Big Azero's gone aggressive short. Aurora now walking their way down middle. Head shows on the Xbox. A dink onto Wakadia. And now he is going to be hunted down. He's flashed. Big Azero somehow getting away around the corner. And NQZ's actually got a kill elsewhere on WOXIC. Awkward fights, but... Oh, that grenade. See ya. Oh, it gets out of there. Okay, Big Azero running down to safety.
Oh no, NQZ taking shots through the door. Snow gets the kill in return, but every step of the way, paiN loses a player. 2 on 3, and Big Uzera has 10 health.
Yeah, there's a lot of time as well for Aurora, so they don't have to feel rushed through that smoke. They're gonna break it and surprise Big Azero, who's out of position, and will remove his 10 HP in an instant. You now got Snow coming back, who's got 4 kills. So not expecting him to do too much here in a 1v3.
No, but give it a shot.
And he is shot by Wakadia. So 12-4, map and series point here for Aurora on Dust 2.
Yeah, happened quick on this 3rd map.
When you look at paiN, I guess it is just Nuke that they're capable of playing.
I mean, look, it's not worth having any significant conversations about, because we just know this team is just way too new together to have any significant playbook. So, you have to go into this knowing that at least for the next month, this is going to look sketchy until they get time to sit down and grind some practice, grind a boot camp over in Europe, and get some of these pieces in place.
Because Arrow now coming out long, but Soulfly even turns on that, kills Zantares with the other of VSM, the last remaining troop sitting inside of the mid-smoke. Zantares seems to be aware, and Zantares is, and he'll take himself a 3K. Smiles on the faces of Aurora as they get the job done. Now 1-1 here at PGL Cluj-Napoca.
25 kills for Zantares to close out Dust 2. Really strong series out of Zantares, who is there for Aurora on all 3 maps. And yeah, first map, Nuke, hiccup, a little bit scary, I guess, in a degree. I think the biggest concern for Aurora is, like, can we start, like, no more slow starts.